A blind girl betrayed, saved only by a mysterious Jinn. A boy stood by the riverbank, raising a stone to throw at a blind girl. Before he could act, a Jinn suddenly appeared and shot an arrow at the stone. The moment the arrow struck, both the stone and the girl vanished. The boy and his mother stared in shock. The Jinn then touched the river with his finger, and the girl reappeared, walking calmly across the surface of the water. Terrified, the mother and son watched in disbelief. The Jinn placed his hand over the girl's eyes and warned, "Be careful of your stepmother and stepbrother." Then he disappeared. The girl opened her eyes on the riverbank and joyfully cried, I can see, I can see." Spotting her stepmother and stepbrother approaching, she quickly put on her glasses to pretend she was still blind. They hurried toward her. The stepmother muttered angrily, "I will get rid of this girl no matter what." At that moment, the father rushed in, saying, "So you are here. How many times have I told you not to come near the river? You could fall in. Come home now." He took her with him while the furious mother and son followed behind. Later, the father was busy working when the stepbrother lured the girl to the roof. He sneered, "You won't ruin my plan," and shoved her off. Instantly, the Jinn reappeared, snapped his fingers, and placed a mattress on the ground. The girl landed safely. Hearing the crash, the father ran outside. The boy stepped back nervously. The father asked, "Are you okay? What happened?" She replied, "I'm fine. A Jinn saved me." The father frowned. "Jinns aren't real," she insisted. "They are. I'm telling the truth." The boy ran over pretending to care, saying, "Thank God you're safe. I saw you fall." She looked at him firmly. "I didn't fall. You pushed me." The stepmother arrived shouting, "She's lying. My son did nothing." The boy fled in panic. The stepmother urged, "She must go to the hospital." The father tried to take her, but the girl cried, "No, I'm fine. A Jinn saved me." Elsewhere, the boy noticed a rope holding a heavy wooden beam above the house. Smirking, he planned another attack. The father said, "Maybe you're right, but we're still going to the hospital." The boy muttered, "No one will save you now," and began cutting the rope. Suddenly, the Jinn appeared, touched his head, and turned him into a tiny puppet. Screaming for his mother, the boy was left helpless as the Jinn vanished. At the hospital, the doctor examined the girl and said, "She is completely fine, no injuries." The father was stunned but relieved. The girl smiled, "I told you, Dad." The doctor then saw an arrest warrant for the father on her computer. Alarmed, she asked them to wait and stepped out to call the police. The father saw the warrant, panicked, grabbed his daughter, and escaped through a window. Meanwhile, the stepmother packed money into a briefcase when a dangerous man suddenly appeared behind her. He snapped, "Were you planning to leave me?" She lied nervously. In a flashback, the man was seen pushing his ex-wife off a roof while she begged him to think about their daughter. Back in the present, the girl overheard everything in horror. The father grabbed a bat to strike the man, but the Jinn appeared again and turned it into a balloon. The girl quickly injected her father with a sleeping shot. He glimpsed the Jinn and gasped, "My daughter was right. Jinns are real." Then he fainted. The Jinn said, "We must leave quickly," and they escaped. Later, the stepmother walked with the puppet boy and the briefcase when the man blocked their path and pulled out a gun. Instantly, the Jinn turned the gun into a banana. A police officer arrived, arrested the man, and said, "We finally found you. One more minute and you would have committed another crime." Crying, the girl said, "I never imagined my father could do this to me." The stepmother hugged her. "We are together now. I will never leave you." The Jinn returned, touched the puppet, and turned him back into a real boy. He shouted happily, "I'm human again." His mother embraced him. The Jinn smiled and said, "My work here is done. Helping you made me happy." Then he vanished.